This is the Stevefromvista show. Number one. Number one. First one. First show. Hi, I'm Steve from Vista, and I'll be your host tonight. We're going to discuss some very serious issues and some exciting stuff that's going to be happening. I know out there. As soon as you guys decide to do something, I know you're going to do something. So let's get rolling. The subject tonight are concerning dads with children after they've been removed from their homes. Dads usually don't get removed with their children. They usually get taken down and thrown in jail for 3 or 4 days. If the wife is smart and has it all squared away, she'll do it on a Friday. She'll call in on a Friday. That way, the husband has a while to get out on Saturday and Sunday. It gives her time to get all the legal work done and look like a champ. Get her into a different position. Um, I made an effort to get out on Friday when I was put in on Friday morning. I made my bail and I was out on Friday afternoon. However, the advocacy of the vigilance of the local police department made certain that my wife had plenty of help filling out a temporary restraining order. However, I was the one that was battered and beat up. Um, I needed to be restrained from her more than she from me, but that's how it boiled down to. I was naive and just came out of a deployment, a 17-month deployment overseas, and didn't really. I was only home for 4 days, and didn't have a clue what was going on. Evidently, she had been coached and knew exactly what was going to happen. Pretty much got information online and so along and so forth. But those are topics for a different show. Tonight we're going to discuss how you can get involved in your community with men that are in need right now. And that's what this whole show is about tonight. It's called RVs for Fathers, and it could be called RVs for fathers and their children, pets, whatever. Um, and it's my plea to you, the rest of the nation, to open up your RVs, your spare bedroom, a trailer, a summer cottage, a hunter's cabin, a mother-in-law's spare bedroom in the house. Um, Open it up to help a man who's been displaced by the system through either false allegations or by misrepresentation, or just the fact that he was a man and he didn't understand what was going on, and his wife used the VAWA Act to, and there's a couple other ones called the No Drop Clause and the mandatory lockup clause. That's universal throughout this country that keeps men at a bay. Um, it would keep the angry men at bay, but then it also takes in the innocents. And now the forensic studies that have been done by the national, the Committee for Diseases and Control, um, the national agencies that collect this information, um, have shown that most of the abuse, if you consider the emotional and verbal, um, also being abusive, comes from the female, from the mom, and from the female, and that's basically a result of many years of propaganda by the feminist organizations, and then also by the fact that in the old days, where if you remember when I was when I was younger, the perpetrator was normally the man. Um, right after the Second World War, there was a spike in women being more aggressive and abused, but that was simply because they were used to their freedoms, and they weren't going to have any man come back from a war simply because he was gone for a while and take over their life. So there was a little spike after every war, especially the Second World War, but this spike was probably a result, and I'm just speculating. A lot of it had to do with the advent of the pill, giving the women the freedom to choose whether or not she's going to have a permanent partner, um, and also the Roe versus Wade, where it freely gave power of an abortion rights to a female. So if there were an accident or an unwanted pregnancy, she would not be saddled to this unwanted spouse or unwanted mate. Anyhow, the freedom that the women experienced at those times have flourished and grown, and now it's got to the point where the majority of the abusers are women, and they have got laws enacted where now the shoe's on the other foot. The men in this country are at the beck and call of the woman. So if she desires to call foul or a divorce, which most divorces are brought about by women, and I can get the statistics next time we meet and develop those statistics and give the references for those statistics to you, so you don't think I'm leading you astray. Um, but the focus of tonight is for each and every one of you to look in your wealth of resources to see whether or not you can help um, a neighbor, a friend, a coworker, a church member, someone who is in need, who has been accused either falsely or justifiably so. They all need needs because there's no shelters for men, and they need to be, if they're on a medication or if they need to be attending counseling of some sort, they need to have a mindset where they can really, I think you would agree with me, be in a mindset where they would be open to the counseling. Now, the counseling is awful tough because it doesn't really recognize men as victims, and so the counseling is going to be very tough, and the allegations that were given at the time of the arrest will be the ones that the counselors will concentrate on. So the man will have his hands full trying to pass the counseling, attend it, stay productive, and have a good self-image of himself, because I think we've known him from the past experiences of how tremendously harmful it is to batter a woman and expect her to come and function in her home or in society is very hard. So, RVs for dads. You can email me at sfcsacrooks, crooks, at yahoo.com. Um, this would be a great site to send any of your inquiries or questions. I'll give it to you again. It's called sfcsacrooks.com and at yahoo.com. And I'll put this up on the screen for the last 10 seconds, and you can see that if I didn't say it correctly. Okay. Alright, that's the close of this first program. I'm glad you guys joined me, and we'll see you next week.